right, welcome to the first ever paranormal. Oh, this is the second episode.
Yeah, second episode.
Second episode of Paranormal Hangover. I'll add those sound effects later. Okay, yeah.
That's okay. He doesn't like mine.
So, what is going on? How are you been?
Busy. I have children.
You got kids?
So
That's crazy.
I know. I got little ones, so life's crazy.
You reproduced.
I reproduce.
That's amazing.
There's gonna be more of me.
There's gonna be more of her.
Male and female. So see.
So let's do it again. Welcome to the first episode. Second episode, Paranormal Hangover. I am your host, Gio Baja. This is our co-host, Diana. Welcome.
Hi guys. I know it's been a while. We got a good one for you, I think. Good one.
Yeah, today we're gonna discuss Mount Wilson's Ranch, and that was a place that was what, three and a half hours from us.
3.5, yeah.
So we drove out there.
He tricked me. He said it was 2.5, but yes, it was 3.5 hours.
Anyone who knows me knows that, like, if you ever ask me, like, oh, how far is it, or how much do we have to go, I'm always gonna lie to you. Like,
Hate it.
I don't think I've ever, like, told the truth, but because when I have had in the past, people usually don't want to do it. Because I usually end up being a further walk than when they're used to.
Yeah.
And so if I tell them that, they usually say no. So if I go, oh, it's close by, they'll just keep asking me as I go, and
Look,
I just deal with them.
It was well worth it.
Yeah. See. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope so. It to me, honestly, when I started editing it, I started noticing that, like, I couldn't make it into just like a 45 or an hour long video like I've been doing my other videos. And I think some of them are like 2 hours long. I think one of them was like almost 2 hours long.
Yeah.
It's like an hour 45.
Mm-hmm.
So this one, when I started editing it, I started realizing there's so much going on with that location that if I were to edit down to just 45 or an hour 45, I would lose so much. So then I realized, you know what, I'm just going to cut this up. And I noticed that series are actually very popular.
I preferred it, to be honest, this way. I liked it how you broke it up. It actually made you stay more in tuned and want more. Like it left you wanting more. So I liked it this way, to be honest. Like, I think you should continue it that way.
Yeah, I think I will. I think once I started realizing that a lot of people kind of liked it, that whole process, because I was able to get more and more into detail, I decided to stick with that.
Yeah. You need to have like a 1, 2.
I know. I need to have a lot of things, Steve. Okay? Oh, do you remember this part?
When the outhouse, or the other house that we found, when we first went like out venturing.
Do you live in this cabin?
First went up, and we walked up to it.
Yeah.
And it was like this weird little like corner thing, and
if you want to come out and talk to us, don't be afraid.
It was
We're up here
George.
out of respect.
No, Darren.
Yeah.
Started like communicating to
whomever or whatever, right? Because we don't really know.
That's me walking.
Did you hear that? Hold on.
Opening the door. Do you live in this cabin? If you want to come out and talk to us, don't be afraid. We're up here out of respect.
You heard that, right?
Yeah.
No, but that's me.
No, but before
that.
I thought at first, was that me? But I wasn't close to there.
No, you weren't.
I was further away.
Yeah. That's the door. That's the dog coming over.
Yeah.
We thought we heard you just a second ago. Don't be afraid. We have some equipment out here that'll allow us to hear you.
That's a fly. You walking?
I know.
See, that's the zoom. That, like, my digital recorder, that thing is so...
What's your name?
That's so sensitive.
That's cool.
What's interesting is that zoom has recorded a lot of my EVPs. And I knew from college that those were really
We thought we heard you
good
again. Don't be
sensitive
afraid.
Microphones.
It seems like you're in that corner.
Yeah,
You could come
it's
over
just
and
so
talk
funny
to us.
that
Well, I noticed that too from in watching these. I don't want to go too far ahead, but I noticed like things that I heard that obviously I couldn't hear.
Oh, right.
I was
yes.
like-
My name is Giovanni.
Yes.
I just want to say hello and thank you so much for acknowledging us. And
Okay, I do want to get to like the I want to get to that one part with the girl, but I want to ask you a couple questions, okay?
Okay.
First question I wanted to ask you is, after watching the videos, what's your thoughts? Like, what's your overall like thoughts of everything?
After watching the videos, honestly, it was kind of cool to see most of what I experienced there actually displayed in the video, because I didn't honestly think that you would be able to, like, we captured there's so much going on.
I see. So you didn't think
I didn't think we would be able to capture, like, I felt like I was there again in watching the videos.
Oh, cool.
I didn't think at first that we were gonna be able to,
Really be able to capture that.
yeah, like feel the experience again. So that was, and for me too, because I didn't get to stay the whole time.
So yeah, by what I kind of was always trying to make sure, and I have a hard time doing this because I get so sidetracked, because it's a one-man show.
It is literally, he does all the audio editing, everything.
Well, yeah, and I'm always like I'm always making I'm in control of all the cameras too, so I always try to make there's always one filming.
Yeah.
Like, even if it's just my phone, like I always like I'll take something out. I was right in front of the camera the whole time. I'll try to make sure that I take my camera out on my phone, or even like my digital recorder. That was the thing that I'll tell you something about that later. But
What I will say in watching the videos too, it was cool to hear the sounds that I didn't hear. And like how I said, I had to leave too, so I got to see things, but I still felt like I was there.
5-hour stream, damn, that's impressive. You guys live on Smith Ls2 or just Kick? No, we do Kick, we do Twitch, and I do YouTube. We do me and my sister do paranormal videos on YouTube, and that's what we're kind of talking about right now. Too. So if you see this, let me know, okay? Because this is the chat.
I can't see that far, even with my glasses, so.
What's
So you're gonna have to read me the question. Sorry,
You're still there.
It was cool to hear, like,
And the weird stuff you heard.
yeah, because I wasn't there for some of those things, so hearing that was crazy.
Yeah. Okay. So, what's something that happened that wasn't in the video?
Oh, well, we didn't show the pictures of what we saw in the sky. Remember that we saw the 25 satellites going in a straight together that we thought were like weird stars going.
Oh, the Starlink.
And then we
That's
saw
right,
that we
that's
saw
right.
a flickering. I don't know if it was a star.
Yes,
I don't know if it
remember
was a
that.
ship.
I remember that.
I don't know what it was.
I remember that.
That wasn't recorded, or none of that was shown.
Okay. Anything else? Because one thing I noticed I didn't really point out that happened to you was when you first walked into the saloon, your throat, you started choking up. Like, it was kind of addressed a little bit in the video, and then later in the video it started happening to Darren, and I pointed it out to Darren that was happening to you as well.
Well, okay, yeah, I didn't mention that part because that's like a trigger, especially for, I'll say, more of people like, not going to say people like me. You could be an empathist, but also kind of like a medium source that people tend to try to use you to communicate. And that hasn't happened to me in a long time. I was actually losing my voice. My throat actually felt like something was in there.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, yeah, I did fail to mention that.
So when I was leaving, and I left so early because I'm like severely attached to my dog. and like
He is. Okay. It's like a child.
it's really bad. And so I run home to him like after my paranormal investigations, and like my wife, she leaves to work around like 7. And so in my head, I'm envisioning my dog being alone from 7 o'clock. And so I'm like, how long do I want to leave him alone?
Like a child.
And I don't want to leave him alone for more than 3 hours. Like I have to come home to him. So when some of these investigations, they'll start, well, we go until like 3, 4 in the morning, and then I'll pass out at like, well, sometimes I don't sleep, but sometimes I do. And I'll pass out like at 5, wake up at like 6, and then get back on the road by like 6 o'clock, 6:30. But this time it was earlier, actually. I think I left at 5 at this one because
Oh yeah, you did, because I know that I didn't hear from you till about 7:45 that you're on the road.
yeah. Oh, and I was already like,
Yeah, you're already on the road.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I left. I think I got up at 5, and I must have left at like 5:30. While leaving at 5:30 in the morning, I was videotaping B-roll, and I saw this like 3 red dotted thing over the mountain, and I like was trying to record it with my camera, and the second I started to record on it, it was gone, and I just started laughing. I was like, no one's gonna believe me. And I didn't even talk about it. I didn't bring it up in the video. I was like,
you didn't tell me that.
No, I told Darren. Because Darren and his dad were wanting to stay up at like 4 in the morning. Because Jeff was telling them at around 4 in the morning, they typically do see aircraft and weird stuff. So Darren and George were thinking about staying up, but George was like dead. Like you saw it in the video.
I could hear it. In the video. I could see him in the video. Like you hear it. It's just like he was done. Like you guys had to keep asking him. And
Are you okay? Are you okay?
Yeah. So.
Should you go? Should
we go to bed?
Yeah. So they ended up passing out, and I knew that they wanted to do that. So I was so excited that happened. I told them, but when I started thinking about it, because I didn't capture it, I was like, just another thing that even if I talk about it, who cares? Because I don't have evidence to prove it.
But I just said that we didn't show any of the images that we had, or that one video, that flickering weird that I captured, remember?
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's true. Yep.
So,
yeah. Have you kept up with what's currently happening at the ranch?
Actually, I started following them on Instagram. We're on Instagram. Just to kind of keep up with what they're doing. I saw that they looked at where they're going to be digging, and then they're in some sort of looks like a mine.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what the heck? Please don't tell me we're going to the mine.
I've thought about it. 'Cause I know Carl and Jeff are trying to keep that place a secret.
Yeah,
you get kind of how they come across in the video.
Yeah.
And I get it. Because it's a cool little find.
It
and
is.
The thing that's interesting is I think I know where it is because I do my research. and I was noticing they talk about where they're going, and they talk about that it's like facing towards Area 51. So if you just grab a little map and you look at a compass, you look at Mount Wilson's Ranch, and you look with the nearest mountain facing Area 51, you could kind of point out where this might be.
Look, but that doesn't
I was like, I don't know if I ever want to go inside of another mine, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's another thing we could discuss at another time.
Like I know Moke. Am I saying his name right? Because I keep messing up. Moke, right? Moke.
Yeah, because Gio, for some reason, can't enunciate.
I can't pronounce English.
It's Moke.
My English ain't so good. It's Moke.
Yes, shout out to Moke.
Shout out to Moke. Shout out to Moke out there. Moke really likes doing mines, and he also likes doing abandoned locations.
Yeah.
And I'm hesitant because I don't want to go to jail. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? I don't.
Okay, like he said, I can't because I am a parent.
She's the parent, so
I can't. Like
she can't. So there's that whole paradigm. I've kept up with the wrench too, and Darren's actually been talking to Jeff regularly right now, and Darren's hilarious. Darren's like, we should make. He's been telling Jeff apparently. He's like, he wants us to make it an annual visit. Like he wants
That would
us.
be dope.
He wants us to go back every year.
Shout out to Jeff.
Shout out to Jeff and Nick Nack.
And Nick Nack, yes.
And he was like, he was really surprised that I captured the howl of the skinwalker. So I don't know if it was a skinwalker. Okay, we were just calling it that because of the fact that, hey, you throw skinwalker on a video on YouTube and all of a sudden your videos go up. But what I will say is it did sound weird. Like it sounded like something between an owl and a coyote and a woman.
Do you remember when Nick Nack told us that story about how somebody showed up at the ranch? And it's a was it a 5-mile dirt road? 5-mile dirt road, do you remember?
Oh, it's like...
Or is it 10
maybe,
mile?
I don't know if it's 10, but maybe like 5.
In between, or 5.
Yeah,
So like 5 mile. Do you remember what she said?
That someone followed them from the entrance.
Yeah, but
right?
then all of a sudden, how did that person get all the way down there? How did that person suddenly just poof be gone? What if that was a skinwalker? I mean, we don't know.
Yeah, when we heard this, we were leaving
The saloon?
We were leaving the saloon. We were done for the night. We were like, okay, we're going to go to bed now. And we heard it several times. And that's when I pulled out my phone because I was like, motherfucker, fucking two-balled bitch. I'm going to get this shit. I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I pulled out my phone and I immediately just started recording and it did it again. And I was like, I kind of like smiled because like, I got it. I got it on my phone.
He did.
But I didn't know how good it sounded till later. You didn't hear that, George? It was like a...
Oh, I heard it, yeah. But
it sounded like human.
thinking, well, it's got to be.
There was.
It doesn't surprise me if there is.
It's like, it goes...
Yeah, no,
Big thing. It sounded like human.
Thinking, well, it's got to be.
There was.
So the thing that sucks...
It's because you have people talking.
Well, yeah, but no, the thing that sucks too is I only captured that one little spot. What we heard was it doing it several times. Like, it was like... It was like a long one, and then it started doing these short ones. Yeah, I you know what? I did this. Got it. I got it. Go to bed. Go to bed. Fucking 1, 2.
Wait, what direction was it coming from? Was it from that mountain that's creepy?
Yes. Yeah. It absolutely was. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. What do you think about the girl with the black eyes?
The girl with the black eyes? Or the little boy with the black eyes?
See, okay, that's debatable.
I think it's a little boy.
That's debatable. Okay, that's debatable.
Only reason. Okay, why do you think it's a little girl? Wait, no, hold on. Before you answer, I think it's a little boy because it looks like almost like alfalfa type hair to me. Because I don't see anything past. Like, okay, my hair, right? For instance, it didn't seem like that, and then you see the face. Could it be a little girl with short hair? I don't know, but little girls didn't have short hair back then because I was going with the time frame of everything was so way back in the days. We did come, yeah, it was always back in the day.
Yeah, it could have been a little. It could have been a little boy. It could have been a little boy. I don't. The reason why, because I'm trying to remember too. Up until those moments, we were getting both, weren't we? Weren't we getting a girl, girl and a little boy?
Yes.
But then near the end, I believe it was a little boy. like
It
the
felt more
wording.
like, yeah, like a little boy. And then remember how I pointed out to, because I mean, we're going back now.
Remember it said little boy?
Yes, remember how we were asking, like we started saying, are you talking about Jeff's little boy? But like,
Oh,
I have
that's
a son.
right.
And
That's
then
right.
George was like, I'm here with my son, right?
And what was the name?
Oh God.
Timothy or
No, it was like an old name.
Theodore? Or... I mean, we could watch it back, but
Norman, no. Norman, that's freaking Danny's dog's name.
Norman.
Seymour.
Jacob?
It was Seymour.
Sebastian.
No, it was the name because it came up quite a few times. How do we? Yeah, that's how we forget, guys. Okay.
This is the part where the child.
Later, we could just talk and you could tell me all about your story. Do you want to do that tonight?
Vidium.
Vidium, which
Video?
Vidium. V-I-T.
doesn't that mean like
It doesn't.
skin?
I want you out.
That's when that was after.
We got a lot of that though.
Yeah.
Edmund. It was
Edmund.
Edmund. See, I told you it was
Edmund.
close.
Edmund.
Norman, Edmund.
Just one.
It's pretty convincing.
And then it goes off.
Let's go to the next one, maybe.
Okay, we're gonna.
And we're like,
go
okay,
to
we're
the
going to the next room.
okay?
Well, you forgot to tell
so
them
much
though
for
what
talking
was
to
a
us.
room that I discovered that we never
appreciate you letting
even
us
went
talk to you.
inside
Thank
of.
you so much.
Do you
We're gonna
remember?
go into
That's a
the next
question for you,
room.
Gio.
So anyone that wants to come and continue our conversation
It was
over
one
there,
room
you're
that we
welcome to
didn't
join us.
realize was there until we
So
started
sorry
putting.
if
Why
we
are their
overstepped,
kids
okay?
always showing
We
up?
didn't
Oh,
mean
you're
to.
talking about the kid, the
Malleus.
Malleus.
the kid room.
Little like our little
Art
arcade
room.
stuff.
Yeah.
We're leaving.
We're leaving. Thank you.
Thank you so much again. You don't know what this means to us.
George.
George was great.
I love George. It's so funny because like on my video, the comments they're like, George,
Well,
he's so sweet.
George was awesome, and
He
then
was.
he
Got your
loved the
mic?
Funyuns.
He was so funny because like I like brought a snack
Yes,
like
like
a
an imp.
I don't know what it was,
Were you a
and he
demon?
was like, "Oh, is that for me?" And I was like, "Sure, here you go." I just gave it to him.
know? Oh, the protein bar.
The protein bar,
Somebody
yeah.
was talking about witchcraft. Is there a demon here? Or an imp here?
Imp, small.
Small.
That thing was small.
It was. And it happened to be right there.
It
Jim.
had look, yeah, right
Right
there,
there.
right there.
We were
That's what I'm
told
looking at
earlier
too. I'm like
today
I know,
watching
trying
that,
to-
that some winches from
trying to see if
one of the
it
Bigelow
points out
properties
before.
came over here
So
to talk to
when
the
I slow this
people
down,
that
it
own
looks like there's
the
two.
ranch.
If you
I
so
hope they didn't
it looks
do
like
anything bad
below.
to you,
Here's the head,
because
and
we were
then
just
right here
nice
another one.
people.
And I'll see. I'll point. I'll try to point it out to you.
Okay.
We don't practice, we don't want to know about witchcraft, if that helps. Don't leave.
Don't leave.
Don't leave.
No, we gotta go. I've done it.
Come and join us in the other
there,
room.
look. That's where they're poking out.
We're still in the same building. We're just gonna
There's
go
a
to
staircase,
another room,
Steve.
I know. I'm
okay? So
staring
come
at
with us.
it.
Come with us to the other room.
This is where it happens right here.
All of you can come too. We
Yeah.
are very much enjoying this conversation.
Everyone's invited to come, okay?
Thank you, Edmund, Charlotte,
Augusta.
Augustina.
Augustina.
See,
thank you so
Augustina.
much.
You're
We're gonna
right.
go to the other room now, okay?
See him? Did you see him?
Oh my God, no.
I know. You all missed it. I know. But see, that's why you got your boy here to help you out. So let's check this out. As we rewind this back over,
Of course, when I pass by.
notice someone kind of peeking through I know.
Go
the
to
banister,
the other room now, okay?
right where my sister is, and quickly move away.
Go to the other room now, okay?
See how fast it
Like
shifts?
dart away.
Do you see how it darts
Yeah,
over?
Really
that's
fast.
nuts.
It
Still
darts
having
so
trouble?
fast.
I'm gonna zoom in.
And I'll pause it. If you look, I want to say right here. There's
Look through the
another one,
banister.
I think.
Look
And when
through
I
lights,
when
it
I
looks
pause
like
it, watch.
plants.
I'll pause it.
You're gonna see a little tiny little face.
Right
here.
Oh, yeah, I see.
Looks like another one.
Really dark eyes
I see.
peeking
What
right
if
back
it's,
at
you're
you.
right, what if it's like a mom and her kids?
Or a sister and a brother. Augustina, look. Oh wait.
And
Right.
here's a-
Right here's one, here's the other.
Oh my God.
Really good slow shot of
See,
it.
you can see the eye. Look, you can see the eye.
Oh, and it turned. And
It
its
turned.
head turned.
Brown hair.
No.
Curved or like
Look. Look at the eye.
Oh my God, you're right. I didn't. Oh, okay. Oh my God, those are.
And do you see?
That looks like a little
That
girl.
looks like a girl to
that
me.
does.
It looks like it, like if you like a windy kind of
that-
hair,
Yes.
like parted in the center and then braided down to like down to here.
Wednesday.
Yeah, like Wednesday.
That's okay. I was like, I don't even know what to say. Gio, what if there's just a bunch of children trapped there? Like, do you remember how? Okay, like here's my. Do you remember how George kept? Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought somebody said that was like native land originally. Am I wrong?
No, you're right.
Okay, so
It was a very rich Native American region, and I mean, because if you think about that period of early
It has
1800s,
to
okay, North Arizona, like just the Northwest, that's where a lot of Native Americans were pretty much predominant, like areas, and
Areas.
they also were moving them over to this region because of the whole like reservations and all that was happening. So in that region, what Carl and Jeff are starting to uncover is because of they're finding out artifacts that depict
like native.
a Native American like settlement, and because of the fact that they're finding pottery and not just like small amounts but like a lot of amounts, and they're also finding remnants of what seems to be possibly like a shaman cave that could have been used for ritualistic purposes. And this is where Jeff and Carl were kind of indicating or talking about in their videos, and Jeff kind of talked about it a little bit, but it seems as though places where are known to be hotspots for paranormal activities were places where Native Americans were protecting and doing their ritualistic practices that were then found out later by settlers that were associated with secret societies, and that's why that sword we found so they would then come to that area, and then they would also do their own rituals there to try to tap into what the Native Americans were doing, since they believed that that region or that land was sensitive to the portals of what everything is. So it's almost like they were doing everything on top of each other. And then later on, that area was also a homestead for people traveling to Pioche and to Tonopah. Like it was like a little like stopping area for your horses, your corral, and
to like gas up or fuel up kind of.
yeah, way you could think of it. Yes,
Okay.
to just exactly. Yeah, it was just like a little homestead that was there, and it was also like a wagon like stop. So like when like back. So exactly what you just said, like a bus stop,
well,
like, but it was a wagon. It was like a wagon stop.
So okay, like if you think about that time, and I don't want to we don't want to go too much into this topic, but I'm just saying, because when now we're like, okay, these are kids way back in the days. What's the first things that were people to pretty much leave early were children. Where children were also.
That's what
I don't want to make assumptions or anything or lead into what, but I'm just saying, like, it's weird that we came across children. We've never really come across children, and
Oh,
this was
true.
like native
Yeah.
land. And what if, you know, kids, they got the smallpox, stuff like that, or kids were just
Well, here's
usually left behind, right?
here's the thing. There's a clip of it later. There's a homestead, like there was a home that was lived on by the early settlers. So there could have been children that did die from sickle cell or
Smallpox or-
smallpox. Yeah, that
Okay.
could have been something that did happen in that area. Exactly.
Because I was like, now that you like point out, and I do see like, it's like,
I remember 1900s.
yeah, that's like, that would have been.
So
the
that would have been around
period.
that period.
Yeah.
Okay, but did you hear that? How, like, before I showed it to you again, did
When
you?
I watched on my own.
Yes. Did
Yeah.
you notice it?
I was so much, I guess, looking for something. So I was concentrating. So I had to, like, you know, and you watch and you're like, okay, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Go back, and then I'm like, headphones, obviously, and you're like, and then I heard it.
Did you did you watch all these with headphones?
Yes, I had to because I remember.
No, that's recommended.
No, I know, but that's what I was gonna say.
I
because
suggest that.
smoke.
Like, look, seriously, look. All my viewers that watch my paranormal videos, do not watch this at home
Yeah, don't.
with your home theater. Yes, it's fun. Yeah,
No.
and that's fine, all dandy. But if you're gonna do that, turn it the fuck up. But to really get the full experience with this, you're gonna want to watch my videos with headphones, because a lot of the things that were happening
You're
were
not gonna hear without.
well, the taps.
Yeah, no. Oh my God.
So
The-
do you remember, like, when we were doing the oh, well, that was later when you were doing your headphone, the Estes method. Right
Well-
before it too, we were getting knocks, like crazy knocks. And then before that, while we were, I'm trying to remember when this was happening. I want to say we were
Well, in
down.
your room, in the room, when you had, you know how you showed the room, the shaman
initially.
room.
Yeah. Oh, in the
That
very
was a
beginning
lot of-
video. Yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
That happened later. That's
Oh, is
why.
there an earthquake going on?
That happened. Remember, like, if you watch the end of that video.
Yeah, no.
That happened when I was
It
like
was like a
sleeping.
constant.
It didn't stop. That's why I was like, if you notice, all the lights stayed on. Like I look.
You don't mess with a shaman.
Well,
first
no,
of
it
all.
was just
voodoo,
it was
shamans.
It was because after all that, because remember one thing too, when that child happened, look what happens right after this. Like, just put this into perspective for a second. Just,
I know it's hard to look at though. It kind of makes me squirm.
I know it's a little weird. It looks sad.
I mean, no, the one on the right looks sad. The little other one that you found just
Oh
pointed
yeah.
out. The one up top looks.
Listen what I say. Listen to what I say.
I just saw you.
I literally saw it.
I
Like,
I
and
know.
it was in the corner of my eye.
And we had
You
no
don't have to
idea. We
hide.
had no idea that what he was
I'm
saying.
not
He just
scared.
saw.
It's okay.
I told
You can show
Darren
yourself.
to watch. Watch right here. I told
I
Darren.
just saw you. You can show yourself.
It
You
was
don't
right
have to
there,
hide.
like
Have a nice evening.
right on that
We're gonna
corner.
be in this room over here, okay?
And it sounds like you're very
Watch.
nice. And
I told Darren right here.
we don't fear for it. We don't fear you
And
at
I'm
all.
not even mad, I don't
We
care.
are just enjoying this.
In this
And
hallway,
like I said,
as soon as we were getting ready, it peeked over, like from the door side, and then it went back in.
See, I saw it.
And I think I got it.
That's crazy.
I remember in the corner of my eye, I just see this. And in my mind, I'm like, there's no fucking way. That's what I think it is. And I remember me having the camera in my hand, and remember, like, I went like this. So I'm like, look, if I saw it with my eyes, I just need to look back at my camera. And I remember I didn't find this initially.
No.
It took me a little bit, because when I edit linearly, and I I don't go digging through footage like that's like later in the investigation unless there's a real reason for it. Like if I feel like I forgot about this. If I felt like I had really captured this, I would have, yes, gone home that day and looked through the footage to see, okay, if it really was there and then marked it. This, I forgot about. This, I was like, I remember that happened, but I was like, it was so fast that I was like, I was like, I don't think I captured it. But I think if I did, then yeah.
No, he did.
And then when I went through it, that was crazy.
Wait, so then can I ask you a question?
Yeah, of course.
Do I get my picture
No,
back?
hold on.
Do I get my picture back? Because I feel like it wasn't a part of anything, so I should be able to get my picture back.
Hold on one second. Did I show it in the video?
No.
Oh, wow.
No, that's what I mean. So since it wasn't, right, I should be like,
No.
right? Everybody, you know, if you're typing out there, give Diana her picture back.
And I'll show you what she's talking about. I'm going to give you a copy.
A copy. I don't get the other people have gotten their originals.
Where? I think it's upstairs.
You lost it.
No, it's upstairs. No, because I have so many now. Look, these are...
No, we're not going to go into those. We got to stick with what we're doing.
This is Overland.
This is what happened when Gio gets sidetracked.
I do. I get so easy. Okay. But look, wait, you want to see something really cool? Look at this one.
What? Who the heck is that? Is that Mock?
It's Moke. Moke, right?
Moke. Sorry, Moke.
What's up with Moke?
Is this at the...
Yeah, the school, the high school.
There is... I can't...
And su amigo se murió.
¿Vas a hablar en español?
I know, sorry. Okay, so...
Oh my God, guys.
It's a multilingual show, okay? Hola, México!
Oh my God. Hi, Cooper. El Cooper.
What do you think that howl was? What do you think it was? Because it could be anything, in my opinion. It could have very well been a coyote.
Okay, no, because okay, well, without going into like a other excursion, we heard. Anyways, was that I don't think it was a dog or a coyote because when we went, and I'm just gonna give a little mines, and there is nothing there. Just like there's nothing really at Mount. There's stuff at Mount Wilson. Okay, but I asked Moke if coyotes bark, make sounds like that, and he said no. So.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, yeah. So I'm not obviously maybe coyotes howl like a husky or right, but that was not an animal.
So
that wasn't a bird, and we heard the birds.
So I've heard coyotes. Here where I live, we actually have a lot of coyotes. I'm sure you do too, where you live. But we do. We get them because of the park and because of that thing that's right there, the reserve. Or
the wetlands.
Yeah. So one day, I swore it was almost as if a dog was being murdered.
Okay, that's different.
It was like.
No, so that was the dog being murdered by the coyote. Can you?
No. I think no. I literally think it was a coyote.
Question?
You guys live on Smith Altitude?
No.
Oh, same question. I know. Hey, we got another one. We got same question. That's
guys,
the person. Thanks, guys.
Do coyotes howl or bark?
Do coyotes de Pablo across the street? Come on.
And you should have you should have looked up coyotes, and you should have saw what is a coyote noise, because you really have heard a coyote bark or howl. Oh shit. Holy shit, okay. Proof. Coyotes do barkish howl. That is crazy. They sound like rabid dogs.
What I heard,
Was not that.
no, it sounded demonic.
Yeah, no, that doesn't sound like the video at all, Gio. And did you notice we didn't really see any coyotes out there? That was like a pack.
That's it. That's what it was doing.
Okay. Oh my god! They call each
That's
other.
what they sound like.
When they find food, so they.
Oh my god. Point.
So what had
proven.
happened? Point prove it. So
Okay.
so what?
Shit happening.
Okay, so what?
Holy.
I have a neighbor who has a little dog right here, and I think what happened was the coyote saw the little dog.
That is insane.
That's what I heard.
That's scary. I don't hear stuff like that.
That's what I heard.
I don't hear stuff like that. Oh, no way. Those are some ready to kill.
Right, it was right here. It was right here.
hell
You know where the
no.
stop sign is?
Yeah.
So the dogs, they're right here in this house. That's on that corner.
Hell no.
And they were outside, I think. And I think that there's two of them, I think, because it sounded like two. They walked by and they saw them and they were calling the other ones.
Oh, no.
And that's what it sounded like. I was like, I almost went out there.
Yeah, right. You live in the food. They're like, bigger dinner.
No, because I felt like I was hearing a dog being murdered. And I was like, I can't. Because I'm literally sitting here hearing this. And I'm like, I can't sit here and do nothing.
You're like, what am I hearing? What am I hearing? What am I hearing?
What am I hearing? Well, I literally felt like I couldn't sit there and not do nothing.
You have some freaking crazy ass coyotes on your side of town. My coyotes don't go for small dogs. They go for small children.
So
Okay, proven a point, but that did not sound like you actually proved another point that ending noise, moaning, does not sound like that.
Yeah.
You didn't hear that, George? It was like a.
Oh, I heard it, yeah.
It sounded like human.
Thinking, well, it's gotta be.
There was.
That's not the coyotes. It's not a coyote.
And the thing that I didn't capture, but I captured that one, is it was doing it like more. It was like.
Oh, like kept doing it. It probably didn't.
No, like it was doing it long, and it was doing it like after one and after another, and it got to the point where
It wanted you to go find it. That's probably what it wanted you to do. Let's think about this.
That's what those things supposedly do.
Like they
They
reel you in.
yes.
You're the bait.
Well, I guess they sometimes they'll so apparently the superstition is that they'll sound like their last victim. So sometimes
Oh,
like
that's
you'll.
even. No, thank you.
How's that for you?
No, thank
So
you.
you'll hear like no, stop, leave me alone, go away, like, and it's apparently like the last things that the skinwalker heard as it was about to kill it. So it's like whatever the person was screaming,
Okay,
and
first of
then they
all,
mimic that.
I did not know that, and now I don't know if I wanted to know that.
Sorry.
So,
You know, these are things I research at night when I'm by myself.
yeah, okay, I do too. It's even worse for me that I did.
Oh, the Estes method.
SS method.
Yeah. Do you know where that comes from? Comes from Estes, Colorado. And that's where the movie The Shining with Stanley Kubrick movie with what's his name?
I know the Shining.
So that
Nick-
movie that was shot in that hotel was a very old hotel that has some very weird background, and Stanley Kubrick, while staying at that hotel, wrote that book, which ended up becoming The Shining.
The Shining.
And other people who have stayed there have had some really paranormal experiences, and it dates back to the early 1900s by a man who basically developed that disease, where like the lung disease or whatever. And so like
Ammonia?
tuberculosis.
Oh, tuberculosis.
Yeah, and
Yep.
so they thought back in that time, by living up in the mountains, getting fresh air and sunlight, that it would cure you. And so there's a lot of hospitals that were made with big open windows and that
To
kind
get
of
like fresh air.
Yeah. So he, as being a philanthropist or billionaire or whatever, he ended up building a whole hotel, like a castle, whatever, for him to live in, and that's where he
That
stayed.
is-
And in the
Cheers to you.
right in the middle of the night, he would go with the men, and they would drink cigars and play pool and laugh or
Not
whatever.
drink cigars. They would smoke cigars.
Smoke cigars. Yeah, my bad. And then the women would go and do seances.
Oh, I don't see.
Because in that period, that was popular.
That was normal. Yeah.
Well, that
yeah,
was popular.
Don't you realize that like the whole 70s and not just the 1900s, yes, but like the 70s that brought back all of the seances, but
Yeah.
supposedly
but
happy.
in that early 1900 period, that was actually like what people did like for entertainment on the regular.
That's
Like they would
crazy.
get together and be like, let's do a seance.
I
and
mean,
so
what else? I guess would they do? I don't know.
so that hotel, they did that every single
Oh
night.
no, that's just
For years.
Nope.
So that's why they think there's so much happening in that hotel.
that makes sense.
Yeah. So that's where that method comes from. Comes from S's method.
Well, what I was gonna say is I didn't mention from your first question when you asked me what I thought in watching the videos after being there. Right? Wasn't that the first?
Well, actually, I was gonna come to our last question.
Oh, are you gonna ask me about that?
What?
Are you reading my mind?
I don't know. What was the question that you
Well,
thought?
no, because what I was gonna say is that the SS method.
Yeah.
I told you first. I felt like out of body experience.
Oh, you did tell me that. Yeah.
So in watching myself, I was like, "What the hell? Like that is not me."
Oh, interesting.
Like it was kind of weird because I don't really know what I was doing. I don't really know what I was like saying, and when
Do you see how like it correlated?
it kind of freaked me out for like
Like,
I'm
we-
still trying to overcome it.
me and Darren were like, because you were answering, like, we would we would say like, where's the portal, and you'd be like, up the mountain, and we'd be like, how do you get in the mountain? You're like, you have to go through it. You have to open it up, and then you're like, the White House knows, and I'm like, is Jeff's house white? And then Darren's like, no, Don Tito, like the White House, like DC. I was
See,
like,
like, watch, I'm probably,
oh.
like my nose is probably gonna start bleeding.
I hope not.
I'm just saying that like I forgot to mention that because I seeing myself, like I didn't realize because I don't remember that. Like it's like pretend like I wasn't even there, because that's how I felt in watching it. It was weird, and seeing your guys' reaction, I was like, and you told me like after the fact that I was answering your questions, which kind of was freaky, and then seeing your guys' reaction, because I did see you go, is Jeff's house white? And Darren's like looks at you like doesn't really say it out loud.
Yeah.
He's like
He's such an idiot, this guy. No, but the White House, DC. The other thing that so the last question I was gonna ask you.
Okay.
And we're gonna wrap it up here.
why we can go all night. He
No,
can't see.
Dave.
He can't go all night. Just so
No.
in case he tries to blame it on anybody. It
Oh
ain't me.
no,
It's him.
no, because I still have to like, there's so much going on. Okay, because there's other stuff I'm gonna talk about here in a second, but I want to
There's a
wrap up.
lot going
I'm gonna wrap up this little
Okay.
spot. Would you ever go back
You know, actually, I told you that. I said that from the beginning.
and stay?
I would stay. Yeah, because you know what's crazy is that I honestly, out of all the places,
Like, I get you have kids, so that's you know.
Well, obviously, I can't go. Oh, I can go tomorrow. I can't go. Oh, I'm gonna go tomorrow. I have a job.
No,
too.
if you schedule it out.
If I scheduled out, yeah, I would stay. Only why is because yes, there's a lot of stuff going on there, but I don't know about you. I didn't really not feel comfortable. Like.
Oh yeah, no,
I felt. I'm
Honestly-
sure there's so much more to.
honestly, I felt uncomfortable at the end of the night. Once everyone had left,
Probably
and I
'cause
was
it's
in
so
the room
quiet.
I was in that room by myself, and I had experienced everything that had gone on, and I had just heard the howls.
Okay, I would not experience. Let's just. I would not go and stay by myself. No.
I that's why the lights were left on. Like that's why all you guys to say I was a pussy for leaving them on, but I don't give a fuck. I was terrified. I was terrified because I was like, I'm by myself.
Yeah.
Yes, I have Darren and George, but really only Darren could probably help me because I don't think Jared's gonna be able to help me.
George.
George, yeah, well, George will be able to help me. Darren would.
Darren would, yeah, but yeah, no.
So and I got up and I was like, okay, time to head out. I will go.
He didn't sleep. Don't let him fool you. He didn't sleep
I actually did.
for what 5 seconds.
Oh, I maybe like 30 minutes. Yeah, nothing like
Nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy. So you would go back.
I would go back. Like I said, I would not stay by myself. No, but yeah, I would go back. There's so much more to like see there. Probably unveil.
I just want to talk a little bit about the mind.
Oh.
Now, well, I have to go grab something. Hold on.
That black thing.
So the red sparkles, I think, are like, oh, I don't know, honestly, because I'm looking at on this photo, it's on your feet. So I don't know why.
But okay, do you notice that these
But that-
only happen at the mine?
Right. So that's what I was gonna say is that black thing,
Looks like Toto.
the black thing, like the black. Do you see that black cloud?
Like right here, right? This right here, not this, but right here.
No, that whole thing you just circled. That looks like a black cloud, just lingering there. Look at every other photo. There's nothing like that.
Oh, you're right. No, there isn't. This was the deeper we went too.
That is the very that's the very back. And do you remember it says take a photo?
Oh yes. Oh. Oh God.
Do you remember the story I told you about Alameda and the gin that
Oh no. Nope. Okay, I draw the line there. Would I go back to the mine? No. Never.
Yeah. So I felt I really need to show you that. I'm gonna that's gonna be part of the video that I'm gonna disclose that I don't know what it is. It's so odd because it's not in any other photo.
It's not. Where's it? Oh, you gave him his.
Yes, I gave him to.
But remember.
I have a copy of it.
Oh,
I have a copy. But yeah, I gave it to him.
Well, you already saw him last.
Did you know? Oh, you didn't see what I did. I bought a frame. I signed it. I put the date. I put it where it was
that's
taken,
cool.
and I gave it to him in a frame. Yeah.
That's cool.
I presented it, well to him.
Why? I need this picture back.
No, you don't
You
get
can-
that one
you
back
know
yet.
what?
I told you
Guys,
once you
let's
get your
vote.
copy.
Let's vote on
Once
this.
you get your copy.
Whose voice sounds better?
Unbelievable.
Mine. I'm more of a radio person.
So
That thing is.
yeah, there's a lot I have yet to release that I'm kind of like. I feel like I might even release it on this photo that I'm gonna show. I'm gonna show you the stream for here in a second.
Hey, that's so creepy.
So, I think when this was taken, because the thing I was trying to figure out is where are you?
Oh, where am I? I'm by the. Remember when I said, "Can I put a cowboy hat on?" by that back door. If you notice, I'm holding, like, there's like a lever to open the door. I was standing by the back, like.
So the thing that's really weird is it looks like his eyeballs reflecting.
I don't like it, so it's cool. I mean, I think it's cool.
Do you see the eyeball reflecting?
No, I do.
You do?
Because, okay, so for Nicole, I was showing her, because she goes, Gio took your picture? And I was like, yeah, that asshole took my picture.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, why? And I was like, because there's an anomaly in there. And she's like, well, that's not cool. And then I showed her, and she goes, oh, I do see, like, she sees it. But I said I saw a pointy nose. She says she doesn't. But she sees the eyeballs. So do you see a pointy nose? Because I see a pointy nose.
Up in this one?
Yeah.
I do see a nose.
Like a pointy nose, right? Nicole said she didn't. She just sees the eyeballs.
Yeah, it's a pointy nose.
See, that's
Yeah,
what
it's like a
I
pointy
said. I was
nose.
like, Nicole, get your vision checked.
You look like he's balding too.
Yes.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like anything from this world.
I wanna call Jeff and
Oh,
show him that. Let me see that real quick too.
okay. So
me see
you
this
know
one.
who
Funny 'cause,
you know
like,
you're.
This is what I use it for. My paranormal investigations. I sit here seriously after all my Polaroids. I sit in this room and I go like this all day, try to find stuff. And then when I find stuff, I gotta tell you, I do have sleepless nights. I had to take a break. I literally had to take a break. The mind messed me up with the howl that we heard from the girl that wasn't recorded,
was
and that disturbed me because of the fact that there's no recording of it. There's no.
I thought he didn't get it.
No.
Shh.
No one got it. Hey, can you try to open it? All right. Well, thank you so much for tuning in to Paranormal Hangover episode 2. I am your host Gio Bajas, our co-host Diana, the medium, the empathist,
The mother.
the mother. I love how you said that. The mother. So thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Y'all have a good night. Y'all
Thank
take
you.
care.
Namaste.